travel to a faraway jungle to find the source, each having their own reasons. Welcome to the Tomb of Annihilation.
Hello, Twitch.
So, welcome back everybody then. Off the record, we are now into chapter 3 of our adventure. So, yeah. So a quick recap then. In our last session, our party helped Sidi and her crew harvest materials from Cinderlaw, the young red dragon who had taken up residence in Wormheart Mine for the last 40 years, and the beast responsible for killing Hugh's brother and his clan, and for taking his arm. They divided the dragon's hoard with the dwarves, keeping a wondrous magical battle axe named Bob, and Sidi gifted Yelena a small ring as thanks for her courageous feat of killing the dragon. Having now reclaimed both Wormheart Mine and Harakhamar, the new Master of Iron, Musharib, offered the party first choice of items created in the infamous forge as reward for completing their quests. The next day, after the work was done, they headed off to Shilku Bay where they met their sailing crew and then made their way to the outpost, arriving the very next morning. Well rested, the party entered the outpost and spent some time with the dwarves while the ship restocked. Lunan managed to free Yelena of her cursed sword, bestowing the blade that killed Cinderlaw as a gift to Baron Torin, the rude, short-tempered dwarf from the mine who was running Shilku's trading post. Leaving no time to waste, the party departed that day to venture northwards in their search for Omu, with Musharib as their guide through the tunnels under the mountain for one last time. Reaching the exit late into the day, they bid Musharib farewell and camped at the edge of the jungle. In the last week, you've defeated the pirates and informed Lady Cinder Sylvain of your success. You've captured one of their vessels, claiming it as your own, including the flags and heads of the pirate captains. Naming your vessel Lady Fortune, which is currently anchored in Shilku Bay and crewed by Captain Jamshid, Aris the priest, Billy, Jimmy, and Bob. You then crossed the Kobold Mountains, entered Harakhamar, retrieved Moradin's gauntlet for Musharib, clearing out most of the fire newts and the other inhabitants, and elevating Musharib to Master of Iron. And you travelled to Wormheart Mine, and with the help of Sidi Vinecutter you slew the red dragon Cinderlaw, returning the mine to its rightful claimant, Hugh Hackingstone. With the pirate quest complete, both the dwarves' quests complete, and freeing Yelena from a cursed blade, you now all level up.
Wait, what? Now?
Wait, we're leveling up again? I feel like we only just leveled up. Oh my god.
True. However, you have completed 4 quests in a row.
Oh,
The dragon itself carries
Boop, boop.
50,000 XP.
damn.
And you've got all of the flags and the heads of the pirates in your bag of holding, which racks up the next milestone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hell
Good
yeah.
thing that I know what I'm going to take.
So,
Oh wait, do we get a feat next?
you can
No.
level 7 no.
Oh thank god. It's fine.
What do you
No,
want?
no decisions to make.
No decisions to make. So,
Oh, okay.
does everyone... Let's go around the table then, and we'll start with Dusted. Do you know what you're going to be taking, Dusted?
One level in fighter to get I think it's called warding something, which allows me to do even more reactions if people are being attacked near me.
Oh,
It's kind of like Sentinel, almost.
nice.
No, that's hold the line. That's at level 10.
Would you
okay.
like to roll a d10 for your hit points?
Yes, because it's gone so well the last times.
Alright.
Thank you.
Nice.
Great dice.
Oh, very nice.
Wow, maximum HP. Very nice. Okay. So we'll leave you to adjust your character sheet. Yelena, do you know what you're taking?
1 level in Paladin. I'm debating whether or not this is my last level in Paladin, so next level might be.
You have the aura now.
I have
Oh my
aura
God.
protection. I can
That's
maybe keep
huge.
people a bit safer.
Okay. Let's have you decided?
Well, this one's going to be Paladin for sure. Next level, I'll have a think.
Alright, in which
In
case,
between.
feel free to roll some hit points then.
I'll do. I'll try and roll a d10. Pretty good.
Nice.
8, that's good. Awesome. Alright. Don't forget to change any spells that you need. Moving on to Lunan.
Yes, I will continue with Cleric.
Mm-hmm.
I have the 8s, I believe.
You do indeed.
It's a 4.
So that moves up to a 5, doesn't it, as the average?
That might be true, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I will adjust.
Alright, Thalris. Going alphabetically here.
Gonna keep being a sorcerer.
Okay.
Level 4 spells, Barris.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to think about this.
Alright.
And thus, Valvis and Lunan got a lot more dangerous.
So that's, I think that moves up to a 4, doesn't it, from a d6?
Yeah.
Which is still pretty good. Alright, take some time to sort your spells out. Bargo.
I'm taking average 4 hit points and already choose 2 new spells.
And you're going in Wizard?
Yes.
Alright.
I don't get 4 level spells, but I get 4 level spell slots.
Nice.
1 at least.
Excellent. Right, so once you've all chosen your spells, you've all got full hit points after your rest, and everyone has inspiration. Let's top that up as well.
Alrighty. I get the sense that we are going somewhere dangerous for some reason.
It is dawn on day 55 in Chult. You're camped on the northern side of the Shilku Mountains. Brown grasslands stretch out northwards towards the jungle, with Omu somewhere beyond. The sun has only just begun to colour the sky pink when Vargo, you wake, sitting bolt upright, feeling a familiar tingle at the back of your mind. Vargo? Vargo, are you there?
Waxanari, yeah, I'm here.
I've been trying to get hold of you, Vargo, for the last couple of days. Where have you been?
Have you? Didn't notice.
Contact. Oh, Vargo.
Yeah.
My heart has been bleeding for you. I was in the darkness for 2 weeks, unable to contact you, see clearly. I feel like I've let you down. I have a vicious scar across my face. I don't know if I'm going to be fit to be queen with looking the way that I do.
I don't see the correlation between being queen and having a scar in your face. In fact, I think it will make you look, and anyone for that matter, look more scary, which I believe is a good thing. I don't know. Anyways, what's the matter?
Scary? Vargo, a queen needs to lead and love her people and be loved by them. How can I do this when I look like a heathen? Like a monster? Oh, Vargo, where are you? I need you desperately, Vargo. Tell me you'll come home to me soon.
You and I are gonna have to have a talk at some point. We are currently on our way to or the place where we believe it is, at least. We shall find information regarding your whereabouts there, I suppose. If we need information on Jolt or his royal lineage, we will contact you, I assume.
Roll a persuasion check for me, please.
Alrighty.
As the rest of you notice Vargo talking to himself, almost shaking his head.
I make a sign to the rest of the party, like I make the shape of a crown in my head, like yeah. 17, which is not bad for me.
17 is actually very good. You visibly hear her calm down a lot. And then she breathes out in a big sigh of relief. And as soon as my eyesight returns, Vargo, I need to see you and be with you once again. Just to be close to you gives me confidence. Confidence enough to rule in the rightful place where I belong. And with you at my side, we can lead our people into pastures green. Please hurry, Vargo.
You know, I have I have no particular interest in. Oh God. Vargo sits in, I don't know, a rock or something. Can I add myself a level of exhaustion?
Yes, you can if you want.
Oh dear.
Please allow me. Yeah. Do you ever feel like you're getting into something way bigger than you are? I say to no one in particular.
There was this time where I was standing before one of the dinosaurs, and it just trails off on a story that has no correlation to this.
Actually, that's what I mean. Thank you.
I was laughing so hard I grunted.
Oh boy.
Interesting story. I've had something similar happen where Yarlena once came to me with a mission. It was to go to a different land and find the source of some sort of death curse.
Is there a problem with that?
No,
Then why are you complaining?
I'm not complaining.
I mean,
Sounds
she's
like
not that much bigger than you, though. And Dustin looks up and down at Delena, and then up and down at Valorous.
You
Well.
wanted to come. Don't lie.
Doesn't mean it wasn't quite the undertaking.
Oh no, poor you. You had to leave a country that hated you to move to another country that doesn't care about you. How hard.
Immensely.
I feel like situation is better for you than the last one. But if you like being hated, then can
Well,
always
at
go
least
back.
at least people are aware of you when they hate you.
But here, then they're not. I don't know. What did they used to do to you? Hurl insults, throw tomatoes or knives, or I don't know.
All three.
Pasha.
And
I
now
I
Pasha.
you
didn't know.
here you are a hero.
Pasha, was your
Not
performance that
quite.
bad?
Ah,
I
Kishta.
didn't know you were the one to have the initiative to do this, Elena. Actually, how did you get Barris to come in?
I gave him an offer he could not refuse.
Oh,
give me the offer.
I gave you.
Well, I suspect that if you
Sounds
don't get an
fine.
offer, it's hard to refuse. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
to Barris,
Anyways,
I say it was worth it.
I hope so.
Mm,
Wait, are
See.
you a slave of this woman? And Dustin looks a little bit sort of like some of the hairs on his back stand on end and looks to Jelena.
You found me out.
She just scowls at you. I don't keep slaves. God. It's what uncivilized civilizations do, such as the short-lived ones.
yeah, I agree.
I'm glad you do.
I mean, it's your civilization we're talking about, Valis.
I know.
Sorry,
And
Marco.
why? Oh boy.
Right, so as you start packing up camp and having your conversation, I believe Lunan will be guiding you through the forest, through the jungle. The morning is warm, crisp, and the skies are clear as you begin to make your way towards the jungle. Lunan, as you are going to be leading them, could you let me know the route that you are planning on taking them for the day?
We'll see if I can draw. Are we where my head is, or where are we?
You are where Yelena's character is, actually.
Okay. Move some people out of the way. I would say, yeah, Luna would probably try to do a straight route towards Umu,
Okay.
more or less following the red ridge, and then by the peak of that ridge, go straight.
So not like the line I just drawn, but more like that way?
Yeah, a little more like that. Mainly because I think it would be easier to navigate.
Okay. Let's take this. Like that?
Yeah.
Alright, roll a survival check for me, please.
I kill you guys. So,
It shall be my honor.
I have advantage to make. Yeah. So I have Ubuntu's ring that gives me advantage. Let's see what it gives us. Yes.
Wow. That's a monster roll. Okay. And along the way, it is going to be Dustin and Valrus that are going to be foraging. Could the two of you roll survival checks for me, please, for the morning? Yeah.
My specialty.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Natural one.
Alright, and then Vargo and Yelena, the two of you are going to be watching out for anything. Can you both roll perception checks for me, please? as you make your way through the jungle. And do we have a specific marching order, seeing as Lunan is out in front?
I mean, I usually take the back, but
Mm-hmm. So we've got Dusted obviously foraging at the back with Valrys.
Yeah.
You'll be bringing up the rear, and then Yellen and Vargo in the middle.
I probably say Alan would go towards the back to keep an eye on, like, if anything, it comes up behind them, like anyone's following them, or
Mm-hmm.
dinosaur, or
Bar-
undead.
Bargo will stay in the middle, I believe.
So a little bit like that.
sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Then finally, Lunan, what sort of pace are you setting? Slow and steady? Just a normal pace as fast as you can comfortably go, or are you going to be pushing yourself to move through the jungle?
So, guys, do you feel like we're in a hurry, or should we do this in a normal pace?
That's funny because in the great scheme of things, yeah, we're in a hurry, people are dying. But also, do we want to risk it? I don't know.
Maybe we could try going fast for a little bit and see if that attracts any unwanted attention, and then else
Yeah.
we stop.
I mean,
Positive.
Vago, the longer you wait here, the more the chances that you get nagged by someone calling you, like very soon.
I suppose you're right. Let's go quick.
Fair enough. Okay.
With a little bit of luck, I will be dead.
So, Lunan, what pace are you setting?
I'm going full speed. They're gonna have to push it because my walking speed is higher than most of them.
Okay.
Good flex. Yeah.
All right.
At least
So the day is a warm one as the sun slowly climbs high into the sky and the long grass offers little protection from the blazing heat above. The sun reflects and bounces off the mountain ridge as you make your way along the side northwards. Not much happens, not much around you. There is hardly any wildlife that you can see this close to the mountains to be foraging. Just grasslands and mountain rocks, and just before noon you manage to make it to the peak edge of the mountain where it collides with the jungle itself. An outcropping of large palms and baobab trees reach 30 feet high into the sky. The ground is covered in bushes and vines, branches and twigs. And as you get nearer to the jungle, you can see small creatures and bugs hiding from the heat, scurrying around on the jungle floor. The sound of cawing birds and screeching animals emanates from deep within the jungle, out towards you. The sound here is much louder than compared to the undead-infested jungles in the center of Chult where you've previously travelled. Life has certainly taken root this far south. Foraging should be rather simple once you're into the jungle itself. And indeed, Dusted, with your natural 20, looking around at the edge of the jungle, just peering about 20 feet inside, you spot a large grove of trees bearing yellow star-shaped fruit. Some of the fruit has fallen to the ground, and every now and then a monkey drops from one of the branches above, lands on the ground, picks up one or two of these fruits in its arms, gently cradling it as it scurries back up the tree with its prize. easily enough fruit on the ground to feed the party for the rest of the day.
Perfect.
Yelena, as you watch, you too see small monkeys jumping from branch to branch, dropping to the ground and scurrying back up. One of them in particular you notice darts sideways when it gets to the second tree branch as it dodges out of the way of a large snake wrapped around the branches of the tree high above you. You notice the sun shining through the jungle canopy, and you can see many birds of paradise flitting about through the gaps in the trees. The snake itself, with a 16, is long and slender, and as you see it move, trying to get closer towards the monkey, feathers almost fan out from the back of its head, and this coiled snake's body loosens itself from around the tree branch, and it flings itself off the branch. As the feathers flap and fan, it leaps deeper into the jungle, almost flying 20 feet away, deeper in towards the jungle, chasing the monkey.
You will just very quietly mention it to the others. Seems there are flying snakes above us, so be very careful. I don't want to be eaten by a snake today. Or ever, really.
I mean, as long as it is only that, I'm fine.
For now, I suppose.
Mhm.
Lunan, when it comes to lunchtime, are you going to call a break for some food? Or do you decide to push through?
We can take 50 minutes.
Okay.
No need to sit down.
So you're going to carry on hacking while you eat and slowly walk?
But stand leaning against a tree, maybe.
Okay. So you briefly break for lunch and you feast on the ripened fruit that fell?
Austin is definitely handing it around.
Okay. Who's going to try some first?
Dusted.
All right. Dusted, roll a nature check for me, please.
Uh-huh.
You don't
Oh,
recognize
dear.
Totally fine.
You don't recognize it at all, but you lean forward and sink your teeth into this ripened yellow star-shaped fruit, and as you do, juice squirts out all over your whiskers and your face. It's sweet and juicy, almost like honey. And it is delicious. Absolutely wonderful. Probably the best fruit that you've had today.
Dusted is just gonna chew further into it with gleeful abandon.
All right.
Mhm.
What about everyone else?
Yeah, Yelena will have some.
All right.
Alice will grab some as well.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay. Dusted's still standing as he finishes his fruit, and you all tuck in as well. And the fruit itself is juicy, sweet like honey. Perhaps a little bit overripe for some of your tastes, but if it doesn't kill the monkeys, it certainly isn't killing you. 15 minutes later, you've had your fill. Do you take a couple of these fruits with you for the rest of the day?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Dust's gonna afford some. I don't know how much there's left.
There's
Barley's munching some as we walk.
Alright, the ground is littered with them.
We all take some with us.
Enough to last you for the rest of the day, no problem at all.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Lunan, you put your back to making your way back through the jungle, and you're making good time, hacking a path ahead of you, until by late afternoon you notice movement on the ground. The vines and roots either side of you appear to grow thicker, and ahead of you see a small clearing where the vines don't tend to grow, but the ground around you becomes thorny and difficult terrain as you try and hack your way through it. Vargo and Yolena, can you roll a perception check for me as well, please, seeing as you're on watch?
Um, 14.
Let's wait for
Mine's just rolling. There we go.
rolling. A 17. Vargo, you don't really notice anything that's changed. Nothing different at all. Yelena, as you're moving through, you're the last one out. You actually seem to notice that behind you, as you are trailing the rest of the team, the jungle almost seems to grow thicker behind you, closing up where Lunan has just been hacking through. Roots, brambles, and branches almost begin thickening themselves to try and entrap any wanderers and walkers through the jungle at knee height. And then you notice 2 snakes high above you, almost keeping pace with you as they flit through the trees and follow you. 30 feet either side of you.
She'll lean forward and whisper to Dusted, kind of casually, just in case these things notice her getting suspicious. I know there are any snakes, but maybe they understand something. And she'll just kind of nod very gently in the direction where the snakes are.
Yeah.
I think they are, well, they are very obviously following us, and that is not the only thing. It seems the jungle also is, well, fixing itself.
Fixing itself, like. And then Dustin looks back. Does he actually notice that the jungle is also growing behind them?
Roll a perception check for me. Lunan, do you carry on moving?
Do I notice this?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
All you've noticed is there's a clearing up ahead and the ground is quite thick with leaves and brambles.
Yeah,
Like a message spell.
I would actually go for the clearing.
Okay. And Dusted, you rolled a 20. Right, in which case then I need Lunan to roll a strength saving throw, please. As you step through the vines and the branches, trying to break through this rough terrain.
Are within 10 feet of me?
He is not.
Damn it.
You are in the back somehow.
I'm too far away. I should have stood in the middle.
Yeah.
As you're all moving through the jungle, Lunan, the vines almost seem to come to life around your feet as they restrain you as you're trying to move through. The roots and the vines begin to wrap themselves around your ankle. And as you pull, it's almost as if you're entangled. And looking down, you notice the jungle floor slowly begins to come to life. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
I think as
Oh my
soon
God.
as Lunan is caught, he would just say, "Step back, move back." To warn everyone.
Nice. Stefan, you need to clear
Done.
the combat order. We are on round 15.
Yeah.
Ah,
The thing is, when I set up the map, it automatically sticks everything onto the combat list. I forgot to clear everything before.
yeah, that happened to me last time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you.
Okay. I may as well open that. And then
We are fighting vegetation. I see.
By the power of vegetation.
all right. Yelena, noticing the movement around you, I am going to just add the 2 snakes that you see. It is you first, Yelena.
They're so far away. Oh.
Ah, one would think it was almost intentional.
What? She'll point both of them out to the others. Now that they appear to maybe be charging towards us, so that the others know where they are, and she'll mention that she's going to get the northmost one, and she'll shoot it with she'll try and shoot it with Ray of Frost to
Okay.
slow it down a little bit.
So, are you just going to point? Or are you actually going to shout
She will point.
without saying anything? You're just going to point. And
She
then
will.
shoot.
She will say something. She'll say, "There's 2 snakes nearby. There's one over there and one over there. I'm going for that one." And point to the northmost one.
Got you. All right then. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm scared. I've pulled more snakes over. Okay. Ray of Frost.
As you get everyone else's attention and you shout, "There's a snake up ahead and behind us. I'm going for the one in the north." The Ray of Frost fires out and strikes some of the vegetation in the way. Doesn't hit it at all.
Yeah. And she'll move a bit closer to Lunan. I'm trying to think, she wants to be more that way, but she wants to cover him a bit. There will be fine. She'll move here, because then she's at least closer to the snake, but she's also covering something.
I need you to
That
roll
might
a
happen.
strength saving throw as soon as you get there, please.
Oh no!
As you do, you start walking into vines and roots which grasp at your ankles on the ground immediately as you step within 10 feet of Lunan.
Alright. My strength has a +8 on the saving throw, but I'm not sure why.
Because it's
Is it
just
automatically?
the aura.
It does it automatically. Oh my god.
Yeah, look at all your saves now. They're amazing.
Crazy.
19, no problem. As you realize, you just yank your foot out the way and the branches and the vines sort of give up and retract a little bit. Vargo, your turn.
I look in the direction Yelena points us. What do I see? How are these snakes?
I will show you.
Alright.
Right, these are
Alright.
very large snakes. They've got feathers that fan out from the sides of their heads that Yelena has mentioned before that are hidden when they're curled around, but as soon as they jump from tree to tree, they use them to glide.
Okay. So we saw those snakes.
Yelena spotted them and then... Did you point them out to everyone? She said there were snakes following.
Yeah, she pointed where they were, and she said that she'd go
Alright.
for the northern-ish one.
Alrighty. What Bargo will do is touch Boris on the shoulder.
Mhm.
You and I are going to head out, and I cast Fly at 4th level to get both of us.
Oh shit. Okay.
And I shoot to the sky, 60 feet.
You're gonna shoot 60 feet. Okay. As you fly up, the roots and the vines try to grab at you as you leave. They fail miserably, but you fly up like Neo, bursting through the jungle canopy, the top of the world, and you're looking around below you. You only see the trees and the canopy on top. You've left everyone below 60 feet. Is that your turn?
That is my turn. Yeah.
Okay. Vargo, as you disappear away into the sky, it is then the snake's turn. And Yelena, the one that you went for, it dives straight ahead towards you, leaps from the tree and flies across, trying to do a flying attack. And it gets a 14.
Think that misses.
Okay. As it lands right near you, trying to bite you. The next one, let's close this one here, is going to go for Dusted right at the back as it flies straight towards you, Dusted. Oh. It too gets a 14.
That misses.
That misses indeed. Okay. Latching on with its tail to a branch, it's dangling right in front of your face, which brings There Goes to an end. Valrus, you're up.
He's going to look around, tired, and then also fly up 40 feet.
Okay. As you do, you leap off the ground and you burst 10 feet above the jungle canopy, looking down and around you. It's green and leafy below, palm trees stretching out for as far as the eye can see.
Alright, now he's just going to look down towards the snake that's next to Dusted and try and frostbite it.
Roll a perception check for me, please.
Alright.
You're trying to look through about 25 feet of jungle canopy, but you don't manage to see it at all.
Alright. He's gonna hover down like 10 feet or 15 feet until he sees the snake.
Okay.
Up to 15 feet or until he sees the snake.
So the snake is about 8 feet above the ground, just above Dusted's head, which is 22 feet from the top of the canopy. So you would need to come down 15.
Alright, yep.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Alright,
And
so you shoot up through the top, you look down, you don't see it, and then you slowly fly down, using all your movement till you visually see the snake.
Yep.
Action.
frostbite.
Okay.
Con save.
Let's roll a Constitution saving throw. Oh, that's not good. Oh. He got a 6.
Ooh. Alright, that's well, that's 10 damage. Not bad. And it's got disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll.
Okay, bite attack. Seeing as it doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Which brings us up to the growth on the ground. Lunan, you're entangled in the vines, caught by it. It is
Mm-hmm.
going to attack you.
Mm-hmm. Am I restrained or something, so it has advantage?
You are restrained.
Or what's the effect of restraint?
So,
I will
while it is restrained, if it
It has advantage,
tries to,
yeah.
it will try and grapple you firstly. You're not, sorry. Oh, I can't tell you all of that. Alright, so its first attack is an 11. And that is a miss. You're entangled and restrained
Mm-hmm.
by vines on the ground, but not this specific creature.
Yeah, but I have the restraint condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Dusted. I need you to roll a strength saving throw as well, please. As just above the snake, another vine, another one of these creatures below makes its move on you as the roots in the jungle around you and underneath you begins to come to life and tries to grab you, but with a natural 20 you manage to break free, no problem at all. Okay, that is
You wait your turn.
that is its turn, which brings us to Dusted Cole.
Dusted is gonna dodge out of the way of those vines and try to get to the snake and attack it twice with his rapier.
Okay.
So first attack is a 28.
Yeah, that hits, dude. That hits.
Oh my god.
9 damage.
Okay. As you lunge forward with your rapier, the 9 damage and the damage from Valrus's frost spell, the snake withers and crumples and just falls from the tree to the ground. And as it hits the ground, the vines wrap it up and then pull it and suck it underneath all of the roots around, and it disappears.
Dustin is slightly horrified, but raises his rapier and looks around for this strange sort of vine thing, whatever it is, and tries to attack it, if I can see it at all.
Roll a perception check for me.
Nope, he's just standing there waiting for it.
Right, below you, you can see vines and roots that have tried to grab you, so go ahead and roll an attack if you want, because the stuff on the floor is moving.
Ah, yeah. That's another 28.
As you lean forward and you stab one of the roots, it falls apart and breaks under the strike from your rapier. Triumphant. Ah, you've killed a vine.
There we go.
Is that your turn?
Actually, I would like to step into Val's space. Oh dear, I'm underneath you now. But yeah, never mind. I'm down there somewhere. And he's trying to get closer to Lunan, but also trying to dodge the sort of vines at the ground.
Okay, fair enough. And that's your turn?
Yeah.
Awesome. In which case that brings us to Lunan.
Lunan prays a small prayer, thanking Ioun for giving him knowledge enough to prepare, and takes out the small leather strap, winds it around his arm, and cast freedom of movement.
Oh.
Appropriate.
Very good. And as
So-
you do, wow. Okay, no longer grappled or restrained at all. How long does freedom of movement last? Is that an hour?
1 hour,
And it's not even
no concentration.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. No longer restrained then. The vines seem to grab and grip you, but no matter how hard they try, you just manage to slip through a Houdini style. Anything
And
else?
yeah, I would like to move and say, Jarlena, let's move. And let's get out of this area. Moving up, taking any potential attack of opportunity if it has one.
Oh my god. I wish I could intervene, but I don't have anything that does that.
I mean, vegetation.
I don't know if it allows that though. It
No.
probably does.
I'm gonna say no. The other one's been busy as well, so alright, so you're gonna move up to the where Dusted was standing.
Yeah, kind of trying to get everyone to move out of the area, guiding them out
Okay.
the way we came in.
Which brings us to the top of the round then. Yelena.
She will cast Booming Blade and attempt to hit the snake that's being
Okay.
a pain in front of her.
Alright then. Go ahead and roll for me. With
Yep.
your upgraded short sword.
14?
You know what? As the snake is moving around and flying in to attack you, you manage to land a hit. Woof! It's wildly swinging. The blade connects with the snake.
Booming Blade is... I don't think it's gonna like it if I click multiple buttons at once. And there's a D8 if it's still alive, which I assume it probably is.
Mm-hmm. It is. That's 16 total.
Yes. And if it's still living, she'll hit it once more.
16 is enough to take it down, actually. As its outstretched mouth and maw tried to bite you, you just managed to slash through it. And it falls limp and then lands on the ground, and the vines beneath your feet sort of reach up, entangle it, and pull it under the dirt.
I'm gonna shimmy over as Luna instructed, but she'll try and she'll look back at the others and ask, "Have any of you seen anything like this before? I didn't think vines could, well, I didn't think vines would want to eat people, but I suppose we learn something new every day.
Anything
Unless
else?
it's like, no, she'll just wonder if it's like the
The only two around that you can see are really Dusted and Luna, by the way.
Oh yeah, because the other two are up.
Disappeared, and Valrus is just below the canopy.
Yeah, so she's mostly asking those two because the other two are away. She will wonder if it's similar, this kind of behavior is similar to the stuff we dealt with the veggie pygmies, but it'll just be her contemplating as she moves away,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Okay, which brings us to Flying Vargo.
Oh, right. I say as I start going down. How far do I have to go down in order to see my companions?
Well, you shot up 60 feet, so you're 30 feet above the canopy. So you would need to come down 35, 40 feet below.
That's good.
From
I
where you
have
are.
60 feet of flying movement.
Yeah.
So do you, Barwars. So I will go down as much as I need.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I start to see my companions running in a certain direction, and I will accompany them in that direction.
maintaining 20 feet height above the ground.
As much as I can get away with,
Mm-hmm.
according to the terrain, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a good 15 to 20 feet between the ground and the branches where the leaves start to choke out the sunlight in the sky.
Nice.
So yeah, whereabouts in the order, pecking order or marching order are you going to come down to?
I get to choose, actually, because I believe I move faster than if I were grounded.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to just keep over them as we run.
Okay, so about there.
I suppose.
Cool. And is that your turn?
Yeah, I believe we're running, right? If people are being attacked, then
Yep, they all look like they're moving southeast.
oh, so no in the direction of, which is north, east, I think.
Yeah, assume up is north on the map and down is south. So yeah, they're all heading into a line
I will use
backtracking a bit.
that way.
yeah. I will use my action, I guess, to ask, where are we going? Almost that way, I say, pointing towards there.
Towards the north.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, is that your turn?
That will be it. Yeah.
Okay. Which then brings us to the next one, Lunan. As you start moving down, Vargo, you come bursting through the canopy. Two other snakes come flying from the branches, one Lunan towards you and Vargo one straight towards you. As they come flying in to attack, Lunan, the one going for you, gets a 21.
That hits.
Dusted is gonna use Warding Maneuver,
Mm-hmm.
his newly found ability, which I'll just flip.
And that does...
Where are you, Dustin?
I am beneath Valrus.
Oh,
So technically I am within 5 feet of Luna. So I use my reaction to add a d8 to Lunan's armor class.
Okay. Wow, nice feature.
So I have 17.
Yeah, so it's a 5 or better.
Roll your d8, sir.
Me or... is it me or Lunan that rolls?
It's
I
your
think you should
feature.
roll.
I roll 8 more armor.
Awesome.
As you do, the snake comes flying into you, Lunan, and just as its jaws open and it's about to spring onto you, a shield from nowhere just rams it and smacks into its face, stopping it in its tracks. The next one, it goes for you, Vargo. And it rolls a natural 1. And as it does, you're flying down through the branches. It springs up to meet you, but splats right into one of the branches of a tree and gets caught, fumbling itself and looking around. It gets the next attack on it has advantage. Those are my snakes, which brings us to Valrus.
He is going to... He's planning on following Vargo, I guess, in general.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, there's more snakes.
As you've come down through the canopy and you turn around, you can see 2 come flying towards you. Dustin managing to fend one off, the other one getting stuck in the tree.
Alright. He will use Tasha's mind whip on the one that was fended off.
Okay. That one's about 10 feet ahead of you.
Yep. And that's a wisdom save, I think. Oh, no, intelligence.
Oh, intelligence.
Yes.
We'll re-roll that. It gets a 14.
That fails.
Failed.
I'll just post it. Oh, it's
3d6.
3d6.
Blimey.
There we go. And I'll send it to Game Log as well.
Okay, so...
There we go. It can't take reactions until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
That's the main thing, and then gets a move bonus action. Or... yeah, move action or bonus action.
Alright. So it can only move, basically. It can't attack.
Can I either use a movement, an action, or a bonus action? So it can attack.
Okay. It is still alive, but it's definitely bloodied. Anything else?
No, just keeping an eye out on everyone, seeing where they're gonna go.
Alright. You're flying, and so is Vargo. Dusted and Loon, and you're on foot, as is Yelena. The jungle ground seems to move from behind as the vines grow closer and lash out. Dusted, you're the closest one, so it's going to try and attack you. As vines from behind you lash out towards you. 22.
I apparently cannot see the roll for some reason. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that beats my my armor class.
Okay, so it rolls. You firstly, you take 14 points of damage.
Yep.
As the vines reach out and grab you, they also grapple you at the same time.
Yep. So I don't have to roll anything. It's just grapple, right?
You're grappled. I mean, you can use your action next turn to try and escape.
Yep.
It's a DC 14. But as you feel the vines wrapping around you, you notice they're not smooth. They're small thorns that are slowly constricting around you, almost trying to pierce into your skin.
The northern one attacking him or the southern one? Do I see that?
The northern
Okay.
one. The southern one, Lunan, is going to go for you as you move past.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets an 18.
That's a hit.
Okay. So that is 11 points. And as the vines try and wrap around and grapple you, they can't seem to find a purchase on your free movement. No matter how difficult they try and constrict you, you are not grappled immediately.
Yep.
Okay, which brings us to Dusted Cole.
Dusted's gonna try and escape his grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Is it athletics and or acrobatics, or is it just one of them?
Either one, whichever one you want.
Yeah, I'll use acrobatics. I'm gone.
Oh, nice. Okay. As you wriggle free, you notice some of the little thorns just catch on your fur. Roll a perception check for me.
Uh, 17. Almost a 1.
They are slightly sticky as they secrete some sort of liquid as you escape. Now that you've done that,
Oh, yeah. I think they might be poisonous, guys.
alright, you've used your action to escape. What next?
Um. He's gonna try and move. Can I move through Lunan to just north of the snake?
Yeah. Can you find your token? Darn it.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
And that's gonna be the end of Dustin's turn.
Alright, which brings us up to Lunan. End of round 2.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh. That was abrupt ending to the music. Lunan.
Uh, this is tricky, but I think I will take a shot and see if it helps. He will cast Spirit Guardian, and out comes the small dinosaurs surrounding him again, starting to swarm.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I will send it to game log, 15 feet.
So this is a concentration spell this time.
Yes, so any damage I take now can be dangerous. And yet I will take a shot and move away from all the creatures around there and see if I get hit or not. Why did I do it in this order? I'm stupid. One. I guess they will attack me at some point here. This creature, if it's gonna.
I don't know, you could try and find out.
I walked to here and,
Okay.
to begin with, and then I will continue walking if nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
And then I will have, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to run away too far, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright, as you move through the undergrowth without any problems at all at your full movement speed, you manage to get to that point.
And yeah,
The Spirit Guardians move with you, don't they?
yeah, and they impose a difficult terrain for other creatures trying to move towards me, I think. That
Okay.
were not my friends.
Right. Which then, is that your turn?
Yep.
That brings us to Yelena.
She's gonna try and do the same to the snake as she did to the last one. So a bluing blade.
Mm-hmm. You're
Hit.
going to hack my creature apart, are you?
Oh, I'm gonna hack your creature apart. I'm very sorry.
You evil. They only want to taste a little bit of blood. Come on.
Just a little bite. I don't know if I hit him anyway. Oh wait, I thought that was a 1. Never mind, it was a 13.
That hits. As you swing your short sword.
Quite like this new short sword. Definitely better than the last one.
How do you feel wielding it?
She doesn't want to murder everybody.
Alright, that's 11 normal damage and then booming blade.
Is I think it did it. Did it not? Oh, I thought I pressed it. Oh, there it is. I think 2 points of thunder.
2 points of thunder damage. Let me just double check something. Okay, it's still standing. Or... Oh wait, you got advantage on this strike.
Oh, do I? Oh,
Yarlena,
yeah.
I believe if you do booming, you cannot multi-attack.
I thought you could.
It's a spell.
I think it was Blade Singer and Eldritch Knight we found out could do it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they gave an ability that let them do it.
Thought I could. Oh, well, that's it then. I should just shimmy over here. Be further away from the lines. Ignore the last one.
I cannot protect you over there. Oh, damn it. Oh well.
Okay, we'll shimmy there.
You sure? Last chance.
Where
Yeah,
are we
she'll stay
gonna
there.
run?
She'll stay there.
Okay, is that your go?
Throat leave dusted to his fate. I was thinking that she might try and ask the vines to stop using Sylvan, because she's going to assume that as its plan, it might know Sylvan. It's very unlikely though that it will even understand, but may as well try.
So you're going to speak to the vine in Sylvan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or well, yell at it.
What
You
exactly
please
are you gonna do?
stop.
Alright. As Yelena hacks and slashes at this flying snake, she looks at the ground where the vines are, assuming there's a creature there. Can anyone else speak Sylvan?
No.
Yeah, actually, I do.
Wow, okay.
It's the only language I know.
Excellent. From below you, Fargo, you notice Yelena looking down. Stop! She yells. And it's your turn.
At hearing Yarlena say, Vargo freezes a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. He stays where he's at.
Okay. That brings us to the end of your turn then.
Yes.
Alright, which means my snakes get to go. And they... Yelena, seeing as you're in front of the other one, it's going to try and attack you, but this time it's not a springing attack, it's just going to try and bite you. And it gets a 7.
That misses.
Yeah, Dusted, the other one's going to, seeing as you're right in front of it, the other one's going to go for you as well.
Alright.
Oh, it gets a 12.
I don't think that
Misses as
hits.
well. Yeah.
This one needs probably to roll a wisdom check.
That's right.
It's within the aura.
Oh dear.
Nope.
Poor creature.
Out. He got an 8, which is a fail.
Yeah, so he will take, I think, 3d8.
Go ahead and roll your 3d8. This will be before, because it's the start of his turn. It's before his attack on you. Dusted.
It's a good roll.
That is a good roll, as blinding yellow radiant energy blasts out everywhere and almost bursts the snake into little bits and pieces.
Wait, so does it just standing there and all of a sudden these little dinosaurs just leap up into the air and just devour this thing?
Think pariahs.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, basically. The snake is no more. Which brings us to Valrus.
Alright, that was a sight. You just gotta follow that up with actually he's gonna go over to where Lunan is. There if possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then as he moves past, he's gonna frostbite again on the other snake.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
So con save 16.
He gets a 5.
Woo! And that's 6 damage.
Alright, as the frost flies out, hits it square in the body. It almost freezes before it crackles and falls to the ground and then shatters. It is down. Is that the end of your
Is
turn?
that all? Yeah.
Okay. Next up then. It is going to be the vines. Let me quickly get the ruler here. Okay, Lunan, you are not within range. Fargo, you're above the ground, so Dusted, you're the only one that is in range of that one.
Makes perfect sense.
And the other one. Yelena is just out of range. Sorry, they get movement as well. Okay. Which means, Dusted, the vines are going to try and attack you.
Yeah.
2 of them. Ooh, the first one gets a 12.
That misses.
And the second one gets a 13.
That also misses.
That is their turn, which brings us to you.
Have I been able to see these things after they have attacked me several times?
The ground itself, yeah, they look like vines. I mean, you know, the ground is covered in vines, but it does look like the ground is coming alive. Roll a perception check for me.
All right, I have you now, you shitty
Absolutely.
little.
You can definitely make them out, yes.
Dustin's just gonna attack the one right in front of him, as the other one seems a little bit too much out of reach.
Okay.
Have at thee.
Have at thee.
15.
15 is a hit.
And for 11 piercing damage.
Okay, that's your first attack.
And I mark it, so if it attacks anyone but me,
Mm-hmm.
it does so at disadvantage.
Okay.
And another swing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please.
24
That definitely
for
hits.
12 damage, piercing damage.
Okay. Still standing. Anything else?
No, Dustin. Yeah, well, Dustin will stay here. Just, yeah, he'll stay here.
Okay. Which then brings us to Lunan. Your turn.
I think he will move up so it's within the reach,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around there.
Okay.
And does Lunan see it?
With your 18 perception, yes. You can distinguish the vines. Yeah.
In that case, I will try to hit it with a fireball.
Okay.
Very good.
A 14 hits.
Burn, motherfucker, burn. 7 fire damage.
Alright. With your passive perception, as the firebolt hits it square on, you almost notice the vines are covered in some sort of viscous material, some slime. The fire doesn't take hold. In fact, it just seems to burn out. As soon as it hits it, it's almost dampened.
With some fire retardant.
Yep.
Retardant.
Yeah.
Retarded is right. Redundant. Whatever.
Or resistant, probably.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Which
A
brings us.
retardant would be a way to describe it.
True.
It's what you call it when you what you add on forest fires and stuff like that. So
Mm.
Would you use the inhibit? Never mind.
that brings us to Yelena.
Hmm. Hmm. She will move over here.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll look at Luna and say, do you think we should do? We can't murder twigs all day.
I'm sure we could kill this. I'm wondering what's up in that clearing up ahead. If we do it strategically, we could just burn our way through.
I
Me and
don't
Vargo
really-
can
Ah.
try to clear a path, but it doesn't seem to work very well.
I see. I don't believe I have anything that could, well, help with those kind of things.
Just
Most of
freeze it.
Can't we just ignore them?
It's an option. Just stay away from them. Don't go too close.
I think you have the right idea. She will try and ray of frost the viney thingy that's the furthest away from us at the moment.
You're gonna try and Ray of Frost, yeah?
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll to hit.
I don't know how well this is gonna go, but
And let's find out.
if it even hits. Ooh. 13.
13. Is this the one that is attacking Dusted, or that Dusted's attacking?
The one that's a bit further away.
Okay.
The one behind Vargo.
All right. As the ray of frost flies out, it does indeed hit it. And go ahead and roll your damage. And as it does, you almost notice the frost, as soon as it touches the vine, it almost ricochets off the slick, viscous surface.
Oh.
It
They
doesn't
just look
seem
really
to have
sad.
taken much damage at all from that.
She'll just look really sad and turn to Luna. You're right. It doesn't work very well.
Anything else?
I can't really think of anything right now against vines. Which direction was the clearing that?
The clearing is literally, yeah, there.
Oh, is it that bit?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I've
And
moved.
was there anything else there, or was it just a clearing?
We don't really know because we stopped looking at it. We were fighting monsters.
I think
Yeah,
I've moved
no, but
like
it was
10.
smaller than I thought it would be. But it's fine.
So-
It could be a good rest stop.
She will try and move. I'm gonna face step. You know what? She's gonna face step towards the clearing
Mm-hmm.
to see what's what over there.
Okay.
How far is it? 30 foot. I can't
Yeah.
remember what's. I'm in. I think I'm in summer still.
You are.
So the tree thing would be too far away. That's fine then. It's just a bit of fire.
Mhm.
It's the ruler. 30 foot, and then she'll walk the rest of the way.
Okay.
So she'll end up probably about here-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yep, agreed. And what is that, a D6 fire damage?
It's just 4 points of fire damage.
Okay. as the fire damage hits the vines behind, it almost seems to just dampen and not do much damage at all.
That's
Is that
fine.
your turn?
Yeah, she just wants to. I assume I'll have to do it next time, but she wants to have a look around and see if there's anything more around here.
Okay. Which will bring us to Vargo.
I'm having trouble assessing the situation. We are running from these things, but they are very slow, right?
Correct.
Huh.
Like if you look at Lunan, he looks a lot calmer now when the flying snakes are gone.
Yeah. Barrow will fly in the same direction that Jarlena went
Mm-hmm.
and try to cast Toll the Dead on the one on the north. It has to
Okay.
make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
What was the spell?
Toll the dead.
Toll the Dead.
Ah,
It
yeah.
gets an 11.
So it fails.
Mhm.
Has it taken damage?
It has.
It takes 10 necrotic damage, in case it matters.
Okay. As the sound rings out and the vibrations toll around it, you almost seem to see the ground shudder and shake. If it could screech, it would, but it rustles vigorously as it takes 10 points of damage.
Alright.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
That brings us to Valrus.
I don't know if you really saw anything about the fire not taking very well, so he's just gonna firebolt
Okay.
at one of them,
Go ahead then.
moving over there. Ooh, 10.
10 misses,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh, that's that. He's gonna stay there.
Okay.
And since it's the tree starting, the one to the south has to roll wisdom save.
Oh shoot, hold on. That's okay. I accidentally removed from Right, rolling. Oh, he gets a 15.
I think it's 16. Yeah,
Yeah,
15,
yeah.
You're
16.
20. Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll, what's it, 3d8? Radiant
Yep.
damage.
Yep.
As it moves, well, as it's about to move, it starts its turn just a little bit within, and the dinosaurs go charging in. Nip, nip, nip. And they do 11 points.
And it's half movement within the circle.
It only gets to
Half,
move 5 feet.
yeah, half of 5 feet is nothing.
Yeah, it almost inches closer, but Dusted, it's going. That one's going to attack you.
Yeah.
Seeing as you're right in front of it. Oh man.
I can literally lock them both in place.
Dirty 20.
Misses.
Alright, and as Yelena and Vargo disappear behind towards the clearing, the other one's going to go for you as well. And it's
Yep.
going to move 5 feet closer.
Russell.
Oh. And it gets a 17, which is a miss as well, as the vines desperately try to grab you. That is their turn. Dusted, it's over to you.
Dustin can only see the one to his west right now, so he's gonna keep swinging at it.
Mm-hmm.
Indignated Fury, 24.
That's
I
a
think
hit.
it's 8 damage, and another swing.
Go ahead.
Baka.
And that misses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
However, the other hit, you manage to pierce through the vine, and that you notice a crack begin to appear.
Perfect. It is also marked. Again, if it attacks someone else, it.
I should put a condition. Is that your turn?
Yeah, both of them are attacking him, so he is confident that they will keep attacking him.
Okay. That brings us to Lunan again.
Lunan repositions a bit,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
sneaky.
then he will taking hint from Vargo, was it? And cast Hold the Dead on the southern one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a wisdom.
Oh, wise plan.
Gets an 11, which is a fail. And he's damaged.
Yep. Ooh, 14.
14. Good rolls. Okay. Yeah, as it vibrates, the crack, you notice, begins to grow bigger and a little piece breaks off. I would probably say it's about half its size if it were to have size. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Alright, which brings us to the top of the round, and that takes us to Yelena. Roll perception or investigation for me.
I'll probably go for perception.
Alright, using taking part of your action, you look around, or let's say your bonus action to investigate and look.
Oh,
It looks like a clearing. There's not that many vines and roots around here, but you can see dirt and leaves. Why would they call it a clearing when clearly it's not that clear? I mean, there's leaves on the ground. The mystery unravels.
it just shakes their head. This is a very terrible clearing. Look how dirty it is.
Do you want to do anything?
She'll just. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do. How far away is this one? Because it is. She's gonna turn around and lightning lure the other vine that is starting to head towards Dusted.
Mm-hmm.
And see if-
Lightning blur.
Yes, it's a strength saving throw.
Okay.
And if it fails, it gets pulled up to 10 feet towards me.
Oh, lightning lure.
Lure,
Sorry,
yeah.
I heard
Sorry.
flare.
Oh. There we go. I've posted it in the thingy-majig.
Okay. It gets a 10. Lightning allure, which means it fails.
So it gets pulled 10 feet towards her.
Uh-huh.
And it will take 2d8 damage.
2d8. Go ahead and roll.
Lightning damage.
Lightning damage, yes. As you cast lightning allure. Which unfortunately manages to pull it out of Lunan's perfectly placed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it gets pulled 10 feet closer to you, right at your feet. Anything else?
That will be it. Does it look actually when it comes over? Does it just like pull up the ground when it gets pulled over, or does it get pulled out of the ground?
I'm gonna ask you to roll another perception check for me.
Yeah,
Because your previous one was shocking, so let's give you another go on
Yeah.
that.
it was very bad. I feel like this one might not be as good either. But
It's the same, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's difficult to
So-
tell with so many vines and stuff around the ground, but what you
Yeah.
do notice as it comes in towards the clearing, it looks like it's an independent, thick vine.
Oh. She'll just like
Or
stare
a
at it.
clump.
You and in Silver, she'll just say, "You're a very naughty piece of tree, aren't you?"
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be her turn.
It shivers in front of you. That brings us to Vargo.
From where I am, I will still try to hammer it with Toll the Dead. So yeah,
Okay. That's a wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
This is 14.
he gets a 10.
Fails. And he takes only 5 necrotic. Well,
Okay.
it's free.
Is that your turn? Anything else?
No. I will stay. I mean, from where I am, I don't. I feel threatened. So yeah.
Alright, then that brings us to Valrus, followed by the 2 branches.
He is going to pick the closest branch and toss a chromatic orb at it. And that is 15 to hit. I think something's gone wrong.
What has gone wrong?
Oh, never mind. No, I can't. Stefan's gone quiet.
He laughed so
Hold
much
on.
at
How about
the
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Sorry.
he was taken
For
out.
some reason. Yeah, that definitely hits. So,
Oh, perfect.
what are you going to? What sort of damage are you going to inflict?
Oh yeah, I can choose acid.
Oh, okay. In which case, go ahead and roll 3d8. What level spell did you roll it? Cast it at?
First level. First
Okay,
level.
so then it's just 3d8.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your 3d8 acid damage.
15.
15. Oh, okay. As the chromatic orb flies out and smacks bang into the center of this vine, the cracks seem to fizzle and split and pop. And it almost seems to shrivel. It is still around, but it starts to vigorously and angrily vibrate towards your general direction.
I'm gonna go 10 feet upwards.
Is that your turn?
After moving 10 feet up, yes.
10 feet north?
Upwards. As in towards the
Oh,
sky.
you're gonna fly up towards... Okay. 10
Yeah.
feet will bring you just into the branches and the canopy,
Yeah.
under the cover of natural foliage. You ascend, vine almost sort of trying to grasp upwards. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. It rolls a 10 on its wisdom saving throw, Lunan. As the little...
Roll again.
It's within your guardians, isn't it?
Yep.
So it takes damage again. As the little
And good roll.
velociraptors Oh, that's a very good roll.
Just demolishes it.
Start tearing into it, and little bits of branch and twig start flying left, right, and center. It shatters, and nothing is left. And as the little dinosaurs consume it, they then leave it alone. Thank you, Anders. I'm here all week.
It was good. Mixing up our laughs.
Oh, that was a terrible one. Right, the next one. As it gets sucked in, lightning lured towards you, Yelena, it turns its attention onto you and decides to attack you with its vines for a 22.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Doesn't it let me send it to the gaming log? Okay. Oh, my dice are rolling super slow now. Yeah, there's something slow on my machine. Doggone it. Oh. It hits you for 5 points of damage as the vines reach out and wrap themselves around you to grapple. At the start of your next turn, well, you are currently grappled by it now, and you can make a strength or any escape on the start of your next turn. But that is its go. Which brings us to Dusted Coal.
Dustin never really understood how people got stuck over here, so he's bravely gonna charge over here, trying to get into the clearing where there's obviously gonna be some foliage that's gonna stop him right here, I guess.
Alright, so you go charging through the undergrowth.
Yeah.
You see Yelena as you get there. A vine is wrapped around her body as it slowly is trying to constrict her. Do you wish to attack it?
Oh, I wish to actually go and try to pull her out of it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll athletics, or yeah, it's gonna be athletics really, isn't it?
Yeah, contested athletics with this plant, I guess.
The DC's a 14, so there's no contest.
Oh, damn it. I'm using second wind for this and doing it again.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Dusted frantically pulling at Jalina.
It's fine. Don't worry. I will just continue
16.
to reprimand this stupid twig.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that it's Vine?
It's
It's
It's fine.
Alright.
Oh, the puns are strong tonight.
I know, right? Dustin, is that your turn?
He has pulled Jalina free, used his
Used your action,
yeah.
used your movement.
Yeah.
Alright. Lunan. Before we take our break, you get your action. Your go.
Ooh. So much seems to be happening over here. I wanna be in on it.
Okay.
Moving. I think something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then do a Hold the Dead.
Okay. That's a wisdom.
Wisdom 16 save.
This time it actually saves. It gets an 18.
And that's my turn.
Okay. In which case then, let's go to a break, and we'll say 15 minutes on top of that. So call it 22.
4. Oh, yeah, 22.
Alrighty. See you guys in a bit.
Cool. Welcome back, everybody. So, since Leaving Musharif at the edge of the mountains, our party have travelled into the jungle and have encountered some rather scary undergrowth, resilient to both fire and ice. They're still in the middle of a battle as we pick up on the top of round 6 with Yelena standing in the clearing with a janky vine that's just been ripped off you.
She'll turn and say, to Dusted. Thank you, but well, it doesn't matter.
They are poisonous.
Oh, I see.
It sort of whistles through Dust's teeth.
Okay, now I get it. I see. And she'll try and hack the vine in two, seeing as nothing else really seems to do much.
Okay. Go ahead and how many attacks you get?
I'm just doing regular attacks, no booming blade.
Okay.
When in doubt, do the weed whacker.
Yes. I assume the 23 hits.
Oh yeah.
I think Workin or something has hit as well, so.
10 points.
Nice.
And if it's still going, she'll do her last one.
It's definitely still going.
13.
13 actually just hits. Wow. You need to roll a 4 or better. That's ridiculous. Go on.
Yeah.
Alright. With that second hit, it definitely looks like it's taken quite a fair bit of damage as cracks begin to appear in the vine, and it almost looks hesitant to grapple you again. Is that your turn?
Yeah, pretty much. She'll just say in Sylvan again. You should definitely look ashamed of yourself. If I was your mother, I probably would be too.
You said this to the vine, did you?
Yes.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree there.
Alright, let's wrap it up.
Ooh. That brings us to
My God.
Val.
Please have mercy and still recovering from dusted joke.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Let's try to finish it, shall we? Told you that. Wisdom saving throw, if you may.
If you can defeat it, you can always leave it to me.
Can I target Dusted instead?
You could do, yeah.
I will stay with the vine.
Alright. It gets
That will be 13 necrotic.
13. That's pretty good damage, but it is still standing. As we move, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, as we move to Valrus.
Yeah. How far is it? It's pretty far. Okay. He's gonna shift away from the treetop, go down 10 feet again, and firebolt.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 20.
At 20.
A natural
Yep.
20.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, max damage plus.
We'll take the first two, so 5 and 1. So 26. Yep.
Okay. As the flames smash into it, it almost appears to catch on fire. And as the flames begin to start to grow bigger, the grease that wraps around the vine almost seems to protect it from the flames. But the vine shrivels and withers just a little bit as it looks like it's almost on its last legs. Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Okay, which then brings us to its go. And let me first roll a wisdom saving throw. Oh, a 15.
Not good enough. It's 16.
Oh, alright then. Lunan, go ahead and roll your 3d8. As a little
That's
dinosaur
great.
starts ripping and tearing it to pieces. Splinters fly. Wood breaks and cracks.
Reasonable roll again.
And the vine bursts into fragments as it falls to the ground.
One could say it's divine.
That just-
Oh my god.
I know, right? I thought my pirate jokes were bad. Hey? God.
Let's leave it at that, guys. Please.
Let's leave it at that. Alright. Right. That brings us to the end of combat. As you look around, there are no more moving vines in the ground. No more flying snakes.
Can I use Mage Hand to move a plant behind Dusted?
Yes, you can.
I do.
Dusted, as you're looking around the clearing, the leaves behind you begin to rustle and shiver and shake. Wow. You'd whip around with your rapier, poking a leaf through its stem.
Oh, thank you, Dusted.
Alright. What do you do next?
I'm wondering if we want to try to take this goo off these and use them as some sort of fire retardant in case of emergency, if we could save it in something. But that's probably too much time consumption.
We still need to push on.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
let's get going. Or do anyone need a rest?
I'm 100% fine.
I'd be quite comfortable to keep going, at least as long as this flight lasts.
We should go then. Especially, I will have this. I will be able to move ahead and scout a bit more easily for the best path the next hour.
Do you want Boris and I to take a look? We can still fly for about 10 minutes or so.
You can keep an eye open from the canopy if you want. I will guide the other three. Oh, I will guide the other two down here.
Okay.
For the next hour,
Felvis?
they
what
will
are you
fly,
doing?
or is it 10 minutes only?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Valrus, what are you doing?
Yeah, I agree with this plan. We can go above the canopy and scout around a bit.
Alright, can I have both of you roll survival checks for me, please?
Survival. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's a disadvantage. So it will be still 18.
That's pretty good. As you burst through the canopy and you begin to travel, which direction are you going in?
I don't know, Boris. Lunan. Which direction are we going?
You come back down.
We continue to Omo, of course. in the direction of Olmo.
All right. Yeah. As I go down to ask Luna that question,
Mm-hmm.
I say to Jarlena quietly, "Look out! I think you're probably going to like this."
Am I going to like this? Really?
And I put my finger in my mouth, like, shh. And when we are traveling towards Omu,
Mm-hmm.
when I notice that concentration is going to break and fly, I land safely on a tree and let Barris find out by means of gravity.
Oh, that's mean.
Okay. How
Damn.
you're flying above the canopy, so as you come back up, you notice which direction on the compass are you headed, Vargo?
Northeast,
Okay.
I believe.
Valrus, as you pop up above the canopy, you notice Vargo disappears below again. Which direction are you heading in?
I'll go, straight up until the end of the. No, he's gonna go below the canopy as well.
Okay, roll a d6 for me, please.
All right. 3.
All right. Bearing in mind this is a jungle, there's at least 15 feet of branches, trees, and leaves as you descend the canopy. Looking around, you don't seem to see anybody. It's quite strange. You could have sworn that they were right below you.
He's gonna circle around and look for everyone.
In the canopy,
Below.
below. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check for me.
While they are doing that, do I hear them going in and out of the canopy?
No, you're busy pushing on forward, aren't you? So you're hacking through
Yeah.
the vines and walking off. Vargo and Valrith have disappeared up into the air, and then Vargo comes back down. Has a word with Jarlena, and then disappears off again. Dusted, you're still busy moving through towards the back, and because you and Jarlena are marching next to each other, you notice what is going on. Valrus, it's only as soon as Vargo pops up through the canopy again that you realize you're about 15 feet due east from where he is. You just see this rush of air as he pushes through the branches and the trees off to your right. Your left, sorry.
All right. I'll try and keep pace and sort of look out for what's ahead.
Okay. How fast are you guys traveling?
I continued with a high
Yeah.
pace.
Vargo, you're traveling northeast. How fast are you flying?
I will try to keep the same pace as Lunan.
Okay. I need. Yeah. Okay. With an 18, every now and then you notice some of the jungle. You hear some voices. You just manage to spot him below you every now and then as he passes through another clearing. But it's a question of shooting ahead and then waiting and hovering. Valrus, after 10 minutes, Vargo disappears below the canopy again.
Do I have an idea of whereabouts the others would be roughly?
Well, now that you've traveled with them for 10 minutes in the air, you notice you haven't seen them really below you. You're relying really on Vargo.
Okay, then I'm gonna follow him.
All right.
Probably. So I don't want to get lost.
As you slowly follow him down through, you notice he's about 15 feet below you, and he slowly sort of lands onto the ground. And as you begin to follow him, I need you to roll a d6 for me, please. As you descend, all of a sudden, the last 15 feet, you drop like a stone as your power of flight disappears and you land onto the ground, almost belly flopping into the brush and the undergrowth. You take 1 point of falling damage.
Why?
I'm sorry, I'm still getting a hold on this spell. It's difficult.
Right.
Do I believe him?
Roll an insight check and
I'm on it.
roll a deception check for me.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Where is insight?
There it is.
Oh boy.
It's a hard spell.
He's telling you the truth. You know? He seems to be for genuine.
All right. I stand back up. Did you see anything?
More jungle. Not worth it.
I feel like I saw less than that. Half the time trying to keep track of where everyone else was. Which is what direction? Because I think I've lost them.
Vargo's landed literally in the middle of all of them. You can see.
Yeah, John
Fair
Wick.
enough.
Did you hit in the head too hard?
Okay.
He hit his head.
Yeah, Lunan's about 15 feet ahead, making quick work of all of the leaves and the bushes and the trees in front, just hacking his way through.
They kind of semi-magically already disperse away from me, even before I start hacking at them.
You guys all fall in line? Marching through the
Yeah.
jungle, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The rest of the afternoon progresses uneventfully compared to your flight. The fruit you found earlier in the day is enough to feed everyone, and as the sun begins to set, a light rain begins to fall. Clouds roll in and the sky seems to grow a little bit darker. Lunan, do you push on, or do you decide to set up camp and take advantage of the rainfall?
Have we done our ish 8 hours plus?
You have.
Yeah, I would look for a somewhat flat area,
Mm-hmm.
preferably a bit protected within the next half an hour of walking. If we walk past a good spot, we stop.
Alright, relatively easy to find. No problem at all. Some large boulders provide protection from some of the rain as you decide to break camp for the evening.
And
Normal watch?
then I look at Vargo.
Mm-hmm.
Do your thing?
What? Oh, yeah. Right. This place will work, I think. 10 minutes. I say, take up the diagram and start working on the ritual.
While he does that, Luna will at least set up one of the rain catchers.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin will assist in that.
All right. So you're casting Leomund's. Is it Leomund's tiny hut?
Yep.
All right. All right. 10 minutes later. Fargo, why don't you describe to us what it looks like?
So I start working on like the foundation of the hut itself, and I picture it as the moment Bargo finish the perimeter of the spell, a hut, 4 walls emerge from the floor, and once they are from the ceiling spurs out. It has a light blue light with it until the very moment it ends. It coalesces on the center when it turns pitch black and invisible from the outside.
And you said this thing was indestructible.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Can I try?
You're welcome to.
Luna reaches out his hand and casts his spell, magic.
Oh, wow.
That works actually.
Oh no!
So Luna just puts his finger on it and it pops.
Yeah. Actually, thank you. It's a good way to learn one's own weakness. Wow.
Still working on this one as well, I see.
I think we still need to have someone guarding us at night.
That might be a good idea, yeah. Oh, Jarlena, you knew how to cast an alarm, what didn't you?
Yes, I did.
That may help.
I can put some up, but seeing as me and Lunan are superior to you all, we can keep watch for 4 hours each as well.
An extra alarm doesn't hurt.
Wow.
What do you meditate about, by the way, when you go into your trance?
I meditate on a lot of things. My vows, my oath. I have to kill you.
Wow, really sounds
yeah.
superior to dreaming.
It is.
Half of the time you just spend trying to figure out what memories to get rid of.
Yeah.
Like all those unnecessary things we hear all day, and then we try to come up with more productive things.
Exactly.
That does sound quite nice, actually. I could forget about this conversation, for instance.
Don't worry, I will by tomorrow. I won't remember this.
What
That's
conversation?
why you're such a dimwit.
Excuse you. This dimwit won't save your life in the future.
You need to defragmentate the brain sometimes, otherwise it gets too much after living this long.
I see.
You need to borrow a dagger for that?
No, my mind is sharp enough.
Suit yourself. And Dustin wets some random vine he has found.
What do you guys do for shelter?
Scones.
Dustin is whittling poles at the moment from some branches he's found. Or tries to anyway.
Okay.
Oh my god! I wish they.
Sorry, go
ahead.
on. Lena will use her 3 spell slots to put up 3 alarms in various positions so that they have a nice amount of coverage.
My god.
Mm-hmm.
This is when we get attacked in the night, and I regret using so many spell slots.
I started working on the hut again, just a little bit more sadly.
Oh, you've
It's not as impenetrable as I thought it was.
Oh boy. Alright, so 10 minutes later, another secure dwelling appears in the jungle.
I go to poke it, making the motions that, or attempting to make the motions that,
Lunan,
yes.
roll Arcana check for me.
It's not a very good imitation.
Not a very good one. It's almost like doing the robot compared to breakdancing. Uh, but at the corner of your eye, you notice Vargo scowling at you.
Wow, improved already.
Working on it.
So, are you going to set a watch, seeing as you've got 3 alarm spells?
I refuse.
Mm-hmm.
Lunan is anyway gonna be awake, so he will at least keep an eye open while he's awake.
Mm-hmm. So you can take a full rest though with 4 hours.
Yeah,
Yellow.
Yelena will cover the other 4 hours.
Okay. Anyone else not resting?
And Vargo is sleeping like a baby.
Alright, in which case I just need perception checks from Lunan and Yelena, please.
Any order or
You guys decide who's taking first watch.
Yelena can take the first one.
sure?
Alright. An
And I
hour
roll.
into your watch, Yelena, the rain stops. Have you rolled?
Oh, was I supposed to? Oh, I think it might have cut out.
Oh, it's still waiting. Perception. As the jungle comes alive with the ceasing of the rain, your watch goes by with... You don't notice anything, no problems at all.
Very good, very good.
After 4 hours, Lunan comes to relieve you. Lunan, can you roll perception for me, please? As it's your turn to take watch.
Perception. Natural 1. Giving us a 9.
Okay. Yeah. The evening goes by. Nothing interesting happens. In fact, all you really can see is jungle, trees. All you think about is where you're headed off in the morning. And before you know it, the sun slowly begins to make its way up onto the horizon. Rays of light peeking up above the jungle canopy. The rest of you awake to a misty morning. Remnants of the evening's rain still hang in the air as you set about packing up your belongings and intending to make your way off into the jungles again. Lunan, can you roll a survival check for me, please, for the day? As you head towards Omu.
If we go in the right direction. It's all right.
Okay. Thank goodness for advantage, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Dusted and Valrus. Foraging.
Survival.
Survival checks, please. An 11 and a 15. Okay. And then Yelena and Vargo. Perception checks, please.
Have we taken a successful long rest? Right. I'm not longer exhausted.
Correct. No longer exhausted as you all have a long rest.
Unless Waxanaria has decided to call this morning as well. 14.
Okay. So we've got a 15 from Dusted and a 14 from Vargo. And a 19 from Lunan. Lunan, what pace are you setting for the day?
How does it look on everyone? Do they look?
They look
If I look at them, do they look ragged or do they look fresh?
They look fresh and rested.
Yeah.
Vargo
Then I will
particularly
go.
looks much better.
Then I will sprint on with the same speed as the day before.
Okay. Right. You set about on your way, leading the party at a reasonably good pace. Dusted, your morning foraging provides you with some hard fruits hanging from trees about 15 feet high up in the tree. The branches there, you can see hanging off of them are a fruit that you have seen once before. It comes in a hard brown shell, hanging off the palms. Very hairy outer shell, as you notice them hanging from the branches. I take it you climb up and grab some? Well, you're foraging.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make your way up the trees and manage to chop off a couple. As they fall down to the ground, they bounce. The exterior is hard, but once you use a dagger to just worm your way through, the interior is almost thick, fleshy shell with a lot of juice on the inside that tastes like chocolate. Passing the fruits around, you manage to find... Roll 3d6 for me, please. You managed to find 9 of them. Okay. Almost 2 apiece. The first part of the day passes uneventfully as you successfully make your way and navigate through the thick jungle. The sun burns high in the sky, burning away the mists as shafts of sunlight pierce through the jungle canopy. Until about midday, when out of nowhere, a light drizzle begins to fall. Lunan, do you press on?
Yeah, a little bit of water hasn't hurt anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that was loud.
Sorry, I didn't realize. There we go. Okay. You press on through the drizzle, and as you do, Vargo, up ahead, you notice some movement in the bushes. A small rabbit-like creature hops through the underbrush, maybe 10 feet in front of you. It's got a long spiral horn sticking out of its forehead. As it reaches into the ground and scurries about in the dirt, licks its paws and cleans its forehead, and then almost turns and looks at you and freezes.
Looks so cute.
Bob already on the stick.
Vargo, what do you do? Senor? Oh, you're muted, Ray.
Oh my god, sorry. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I believe, I mean, probably, I believe I have some food with me.
Mm-hmm. You're holding like a chocolate coconut.
Yeah, I will try to, um, I don't know, make myself friendly to him, to it, I think.
Okay.
Try not to scare it, and if the rest of the party is around, I will certainly call for their attention on this little creature.
Okay, so as the rain is slowly dripping all around you, Vargo catches your attention, and ahead of you, to your right, about 10 feet in the underbrush, you see what looks like a small horned rabbit standing still, locked eyes with Vargo.
I really slowly start to pull out my Bolos Guide to Monsters. Try to find this thing.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll for me.
Ah, 17.
A 17, okay. You pull it out, and uncannily, as soon as you open it up, there is a little picture of a horned rabbit inside, and you can see it is called an El Mirage.
Mm-hmm.
They are small jungle-like creatures that are native to Chult. Little creatures that tend to roam in groups of 15 to 20.
That's good news. Is it dangerous?
No, the El Mirage is a large timid rabbit. It has a foot-long spiral horn that emerges from its forehead. There is a small note which says try not to be the aggressor, for it uses that to spear its enemies. There is also
I would like to see him try.
there is a note in the margin that says the El Mirage originates from the desert lands of Chandalar. They are skilled at evading predators, and the creatures appear to have flourished in Chult.
I conveyed that information to the party. I hope I don't scare it.
I guess if it survived the dinosaurs.
Seems pretty versatile if it can handle a jungle and
Sure.
deserts.
Should we make it dinner?
Please don't. No need.
Yeah. Then we should get moving. We don't have all day.
As soon as you say that, you turn your back and you begin to hack into the jungle, and the rain stops as suddenly as it arrived, and the little rabbit twitches its nose as it sniffs the air, and then with a hop disappears back into the underbrush. The rest of the day passes without event as you feed yourselves on chocolate coconuts. Eventually, the sun moves below the canopy and the darkness begins to arrive, letting you know it is evening. Loon, do you choose to set up camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Luna will find an okay campsite, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
With your
And
previous...
then I think we will do the same setup as last time.
DM, I have a present for you.
Oh, is it a horned
if you-
rabbit?
Nope, it's a custom tiny hut. If you pull out a token and change the token image to that one I send you via Discord, it should work.
Ah. Oh, wow.
Just any token will suffice, I think.
Okay. Cool. I'll need to upload it to my...
And all of a sudden, Jarlena is a tiny hut.
Oh, if we're also stopping, she'll put down her alarms again.
The puns are strong tonight.
Oh,
But the alarm is... Oh, true, you don't have the ritual. Casting.
No. But yeah, she'll take the first one again, I guess.
All right. Roll a perception check for me for the evening, please.
Before we settle for the night, though, I ask, do we want to try to communicate with someone? Do we want to try to see if a certain someone has been depetrified?
Please, that will certainly put me at ease. It was not fair what happened to Ashaka.
Should we contact you or should we go directly to the source?
Her.
What do you guys want to say? Are you alive?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Start with that.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean.
Oh, wait. I need to double check. I might have forgotten. No, I didn't activate it, but I will activate it for tomorrow night. It wasn't activated.
Funny thing is, you can pretend like you have it, and we will never know.
Nah, but I'm honest.
Oh, okay.
Unlike someone else just learning their spells as they go.
Who's that?
Oh, by the way, Lunan, can you try to do that again on the hut? I want to test countermeasures.
You mean this? This spell?
Counterspell.
I cast this spell again.
I cast counterspell again.
I cast this spell again.
I cast counterspell again.
Oh my god.
Fair enough. I could
Yeah,
do one more,
it
but I
works.
assume you can as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Now let's hope we don't get attacked.
Yeah.
You gentlemen are something else.
Gentlemen are really something else.
Oh god. But now I feel safer. In a weird way.
Yeah.
Do you? Right.
Not really.
Ooh.
New map. Not really. Oh yeah, so Tiny Hat is 4x4.
Is that not 4x4?
Oh,
That's 2x2.
yeah, 10-foot radius. So 4x4. If not, it will be really crowded in there.
Otherwise, we will be lying on top of each other.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. There you go. Better?
Yeah. The new map is interesting. An interesting choice. Yeah.
Okay. As you set out Liam's tiny hut, Yelena, your watch passes and you don't notice anything.
hmm
As Lunan
Sounds
comes
pretty good.
along to wake you. Lunan, roll your perception check for me, please.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a small.
All right. Nothing exciting takes place, but your watch passes quite quickly. You notice a few beetles on the ground, worms. All the minute details of the jungle seem to pop out at you as you keep watch vigilantly for the evening, but nothing threatens you at all.
The snoring of the others feels extra loud.
Yeah. So you wake on your third day in the deep jungle. Birdsong greets you, as do the shafts of sunlight through the leaves above. The sun has already begun to climb high into the sky as you set off and head towards Omu. Lunan, can you roll a survival check for me, please, along with Dusted and Valrus, the foragers. Dusted 13,
Wow.
Valrus an 18. Okay.
Finally.
Roll a d6 for me, please, Valrus. Wow, okay. And
Yep.
then, and the 2 on watch. Varga gets a 21. That's pretty good.
I'm not doing very. She's not very perceptive today.
No, not at all. Okay. Lunan, I need you. Sorry, Valrus, I need you to roll another d6 for me, please.
All right.
Two. Okay. You set off. Lunan, what pace are you setting?
Full speed ahead.
Full speed ahead. Okay. As you march full speed ahead through the jungle to your destination, you appear to be making some very good time in the morning. It is about 2 hours into the morning march when Valrus, you hear a small like it's coming just to your right, maybe 10 feet away. Varga, you managed to hear the sound as well with your perception. Definitely coming through from the right a few feet away from you. Valrus, you going and investigate?
Yes.
As you make your way through with Vargo on your shoulder, you push aside some leaves. The whacking and chopping and hacking of brush from up ahead doesn't distract you as you peer through some of the foliage. You see 4 large, juicy flightless birds. They almost look like turkeys as they peck at the ground in the dirt. Their beaks pound into the ground. They look quite delicious from where you're standing. Could probably feed all of you for the rest of the day quite easily.
I look at Vargo. What do you think? Those ones. Shall we go for them?
I feel like you're trying to lure us with a chicken trick.
Hmm.
Ray, you're on mute again.
Oh, my bad. I was wondering if Bolo's Guide to Monsters says anything about these creatures.
Okay, so you whip out Volo's Guide to Monsters. Why don't you roll for me, please?
On it. 14.
There isn't a specific page dedicated to this animal. But it does look like it is in a description under the good food eating section.
They should be safe, I think.
Volo
Don't take my word for it. Take Bolo's.
Yeah, Volo refers to a cockatrice, which is
What?
a cockatoo, which is a flightless bird that roams
Much
the
better.
floors of the jungle. It feeds on roots and root vegetables.
Yeah. They seem safe.
Well, I can't take care of all of them at the same time, unless you...
Fireball.
Yeah, and just incinerate them. I don't know.
Yeah, pre-grilled, like you get them grilled
Pre-grilled.
off the shelf.
Yeah. You could web them, maybe.
That's what yeah. I will try DM cast web on them.
All right. I mean, they're just milling around, busy feeding on the grounds, as you know chickens would do. And as you just cast a web, it almost traps all of them.
All right. Gonna go up to it and get some dinner.
All right. How are you going to? You just gonna grab them and are you gonna kill them or take them alive?
I don't see any point in taking them alive.
All right. What are you gonna use to slay them?
My dagger, if I can get close enough to them. If I get stuck in the web, I do have a crossbow.
Go ahead and roll a d20 with advantage to hit on your dagger, please.
All right. Oh, actually, where is it?
As you slowly
Action.
make your way towards
Oh wait,
them.
do I? Oh wait, no, I don't think I took it. I have my staff, so I can whack him.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So that's one of them. I don't think I need to hit for critical.
No, not at all. As you swing your staff from where you are, you just whack them on the side of the head and they fall unconscious. Most likely dead from the blow. Yep, 4 of them, no problem. Tidy work as you... Where do you store them?
On our stomach.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna grab 2 and toss the other 2 to Vargo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just...
What do you want me to do with this?
I'll carry them back
yeah,
to the other.
all right.
Yeah.
I know how to do.
Perfect.
Alright, you make your way back to the others. 4 little birdies. All ready to be, well, they're not ready to be, they're going to be cleaned and everything, but hey. You've managed to forage for 4 little meals.
Mm.
Awesome. You head back to the others and you carry on beating the trail. You manage to catch up to them with your newfound meal in hand, and Lunan keeps breaking through the jungle. The sun rises until about midday, Lunan. As you're making your way through, you notice the sky beginning to darken, a shadow creeping closer over the jungle canopy. You pause and you look around, and a chill almost runs down your back as the air around you begins to grow colder. And then you feel it, a rush of wind as the air turns white. A mist has risen out of nowhere, blocking out most of the light. Cold and wet. You can barely see 2 feet in front of you. And with your 18 passive perception, all of a sudden you notice the jungle goes quiet. The birdsong disappears, almost too quiet, as the mist grows thicker around you.
Turn towards Yerlin and say, any undead in the vicinity?
She will be quiet for a moment as she does, oh my god, what's it called again? Divine Sense.
Okay. You reach out with your divine
60 foot.
sense. 60 feet around you. Lunan, do you stop moving?
Yeah.
Yelena, I need you to roll a perception check for me, actually. Because you can't even see 2 feet in front of you. As Lunan's voice calls out from about 20 feet, you just manage to hear him in front of you. Stretching out your senses. You don't sense any undead in the area.
She'll respond with a simple no. Not nearby, at least.
Thank you. How close, based on the map, how long would I have predicted it would take to get to Umu? Like, could we already be there, or is it at least like a couple of days away?
It's about a 3 to 4 day trek. At the pace you're setting, most likely 3. You're about a day, maybe even 2 away, providing you don't get lost, if Omu is in the correct place. I need you to roll a perception check for me, please. Lunan. Okay. Your 18, definitely your passive perception picks up some sound in the underbrush. From ahead, you strain to listen. You can't exactly say whether it's north, east, or northeast, but somewhere in the vicinity in front of you, you hear a thump, 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 sound coming closer.
Are we on what could be considered a path?
No. The strange thing is you can't see more than 2 feet in front of you, so you can barely see your feet. You can't see any.
But I would know what I walked on before, I
Mhm.
guess.
Not a set path, no.
Does it sound like anything I've heard before?
The grunting sounds almost human. Ugh, like somebody straining.
Okay, so it could be zombies.
Sound grows closer. And
I tried to move back and locate my friends so we're somewhat together. Do you have any ideas? Do we wanna? I don't know. There's something coming.
I mean,
Mm. What about
It's-
your little bird?
oh,
I don't
uh,
see anything either.
I suppose Arky can try. Yeah. Hold me, please, and as a bonus action, I invoke Arky.
Mm-hmm.
I use an action to see through his eyes,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm blinded at the moment.
Okay. And where are you sending Arky?
In the direction of those sounds. He will try to go stealth.
Stealthily.
Yeah.
In the mist. Okay. As you set him off and use clairvoyance to look through his eyes, Arky almost flaps his wings. Can you hear through him as well?
Yeah, it's all my senses.
So
That's why I need them to hold me. I mean my body.
okay. Arky flies maybe 15 seconds it takes him as he flaps his wings and dodges a couple of leaves and branches and whatnot. He makes his way through and he just enters an area where a cart is being pushed through the jungle. There is a man in the front of it, gently pushing leaves and branches and trees out the way, with a few little children on the ground. And behind the cart, two other adults are leaning with their backs against it. The cart has a broken wheel, and as it moves through the jungle, it poof, poof, as the wheel turns. And then the other two adults at the back try and push it over the broken wheel. Ay, Shwena, mundu wako, hey, vakalapa endutsu, aikona. The adult in the front starts talking to the others as the children start sweeping the brush and picking up roots and leaves and vines to try and get this cart moving through the undergrowth.
Which direction are they heading?
Straight towards you guys.
That's okay. I make Arky come. When he is with us, I will unsummon him and recover my senses.
Mm-hmm.
People, they seem to be people up ahead, children's. They seem to need help. They are trying to come in some kind of carriage.
In the middle of the forest?
I'm as surprised as you are.
Maybe we should just leave them be and let them pass.
They seem to be in a pickle. Don't know.
But do we
I'm
have
actually
time to
curious.
help them?
I mean, I'm curious why they are coming from the direction where Omo is at. They might know something.
I suppose.
They look like they needed assistance. We should try to help. And worst case scenario, we will have to fight them if they are hostile to us.
Yeah, they don't seem to be. But you're right.
VM, this fog, does it seem natural or unnatural?
Roll a nature check for me. From your limited time in the jungle, you ascertain that this fog is indeed natural.
We've seen something similar that didn't seem natural before. Like a big fog moving across.
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, or am I misremembering?
You've encountered some fog before.
But not like this.
No, there was some other mist, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
There was a mist
Okay.
sitting over Jahapa Bay with the pirates. And you've seen a lot of mist come as a result of like heavy rainfall, where the sun is unable to pierce through the trees and dry up the mist. It sort of like hangs like a cloud between the jungle ground and the canopy. It's
Okay.
been quite common that you've seen mist like this.
All right. I suppose we start heading in their direction.
The sound grows louder as they make their way closer to you. You hear the thumping of a broken wheel. Someone tries to push from behind. Hey, what's a lapa? Hey, I gonna. And then, almost in front of you, a child scurries and stops Lunan and looks up. Molweni umfan? Papa! Turns and runs.
Little
Are we really that terrifying?
I mean, Lunan in a puff of smoke is pretty fucking terrifying.
Big
Lunan
machete
is
in
not
his
too
hand.
terrifying.
He's a ginger that's out in the sun. Oh wait, that's fog. Never mind.
Mm, I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Does anyone understand what she's saying?
I can if you give me 10 minutes.
You can get started now. We'll see how long we get. How far we get.
Alrighty. Try to not let them to run away or. Anyways, I start casting comprehend language as a ritual. It will take 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. In the 10 minutes that you begin casting, the little girl runs away. There is some quiet, and then you hear some whispering of language ahead of you. The rest of you, what are you doing besides Lunan? Dusted.
Dustin is mainly keeping guard as well as he can. He's really on edge, looking around.
Okay.
Doesn't like because he relies mainly on sight. So the fact that he cannot see anything is really infuriating him.
Okay. When you use the word guard, does that mean you're pulling out your rapier?
But he's unarmed at the moment.
Okay.
Just with his shield and just looking around, having it slightly raised.
Okay. Valrus?
He's waiting for Vargo to finish.
Okay. So are you crouching next to Vargo, or?
Yeah.
All right. And Yelena?
She's keeping an eye on Luna, and she'll probably go stand relatively close to him in case something happens.
Okay. And Lunan?
So, was it a human child? I might have missed if you said so.
It was. It was a native Chultan human child, so
Mm.
dark-skinned, you know.
I will just call out greetings in common.
Okay. As
We will not harm you.
the child goes running away, and you speak into the fog in front of you. You hear some discussion in another language. And then someone raises their voice, and someone almost sounds as if they're soothing and calming. And then very slowly, an elderly man. He's dressed in what can only be described as rags. His clothes are tattered, sort of burnt, but damp at the same time. Whether it's damp from the rain or the mist or damp from sweat, you can't tell. Behind him, hiding behind his legs, is the little girl who went running away from you. And he looks up at you and takes you in, and then looks at the startling red elf next to you and almost takes a step back. And he's about to turn around and leave in fear when he spots Dusted. Ha! What's a lapa fan? What is that? Don't better wear na. He looks at you and he's almost got a smile on his face. And you almost feel that he could be friendly towards you, Dusted.
It takes Doster a moment to realize that he's being spoken to, because he has no idea of the language either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I do not comprehend what you're saying. Hello? And he gives a little wave.
The man looks slightly confused and nods his head and then tries to copy your little wave and looks down at the little girl and he starts to talk to her, and she shrugs her shoulders, as in, I don't know. And then he points at Lunan and Yarlena and he points at you and almost takes two fingers and puts them together, and then
Lunan
questioning.
does a greeting type of signaling, and then he takes out from his bag some rations.
Alright, as you reach into the bag, they both take a step back, cautiously until the rations come out. And then they look interested.
And I take a small bite of it, and then I hold out my hand and hand it to them.
And almost as soon as your hand fully extends, it's the little girl that leaps out from behind the old man, grabs the rations, and runs off into the mists. Fargo, it's about this time that you finish your spell, your ritual casting.
Alright. This is going to get funny. I understand them, but I cannot talk their language.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
I guess that will maybe help.
Hey, that's what you get for a first level.
And Dusted approaches the
Lunan, or Dusted, yeah. One of you both.
Dusted approaches the old man that hands him a water skin.
All right. And the old man looks at you and he's, I am very. Wait, Fargo, do you translate straight away, or do you just keep it to yourself?
It will be more easy for everyone that they translate directly.
Okay.
But the temptation.
We have been rather punny to you today, so.
Nah, it's fine. I don't push it. I don't. Yeah.
Alright, well I will just talk to you and you can choose to change the words or not if you want.
All right.
Oh, we humbly accept this gift of water, O Exalted One. Thank you for your kindness. But what are you doing with these elven strangers?
Why is he an exalted one?
And we're not all elven.
Have you seen me and Lunan? We should be exalted.
he, he looks confused at Yarlena and then almost even more confused at the tiefling crouching on the ground.
Doing like a Slavic squat.
You keep strange company, Exalted One. And why don't you speak?
It's the exalted one, Dustel, isn't it?
Correct.
All right.
The more that this man is calling him exalted one, the more uncomfortable Busted visibly is.
Yeah, feel it. Feel it in your bones.
Definitely don't like this. But still Dustin still tries to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So gesturing as like he tries to gesture his hands of people walking, and then stretching an arm forward,
Mm-hmm.
and then gestures to his eye, and then the jungle around him.
I think I understand, Exalted One. You're planning on walking with your friends, companions through the jungle? Is that right?
And does a theatrical growl,
Mm-hmm.
and robs himself in the throat because he's not quite sure how he's trying to convey the concept of Omu, because it's the dark city, or it meant something specific. The city of the Darkborn, or the Dark God, the Ishawi tribe is something dark. So he's not quite sure how to communicate that.
So you're going to growl at him and then rub your throat.
And then try to make the walking again, and then gesture of a pyramid or a city, like trying to gesture a triangle or a hut with his hand. I mean, he's trying to make up the concept of sign language on the spot.
Okay.
Lunan is trying to figure out what he's trying to say as well. Does he understand?
The old man
remember-
to nod.
Could I roll an insight
Remember,
on-
I can try to assist with illusions.
But we don't know how the city looks. But I suppose any city will do.
Do you think maybe one of us knows a language in common, or
Maybe they know the word Omu?
Good try. Yeah.
Omu?
yes, Omu?
Well, he just just repeats it to the man standing in front of him.
Since you made all the other the growl and everything else, and then the walking through the jungle and the triangle or the hut, he started nodding and yes, if it pleases, Exalted One, we have just come from the hut, from the dwelling, but we have been chased out of our homes by the Aarakocra. There is something strange about them in the air. They have ransacked our village, killed our druid. If you are going that way, it is difficult ahead. Please beware, Exalted One, for they are now in control.
We're conqueror? They didn't seem like this when we went to see them.
There were other
They mentioned-
Aarakocra
exactly, yeah.
Oh,
that attacked the. There was another tribe, the angry
yes,
one.
the evil Aarakocra.
Mm.
Evil birds. She will try and make a squawking motion and then a hacking motion as if to say she will kill.
How very charming.
He steps back when you do a squawking motion and a hacking motion. Exalted One, she is not one of the bird folk, is she? She trying to kill me, Exalted One.
Bastard just gonna shake it. Gonna slowly close his eyes, slowly move his head from side to side, as to say no, she isn't, and then give her a curious look as well.
Give Yelena a curious look.
Yeah. And then Dastard's gonna, upon hearing the man's story, is gonna take 5 gold pieces and hand them over to him. He said he lost everything, so Dastard's gonna do some charity here.
Okay. Cross off the 5 gold pieces as he accepts your gift, and he looks up. Oh, Exalted One, you do not need to give us your gold. Food would do for us better.
I like that.
However,
I've got some chicken.
Dastard's gonna fork over 2 rations as well.
all right.
Can I take a look at their? You said they were carrying. I don't know the
It's
word.
carriage,
Carriage.
I think.
A cart.
Yeah, a cart. Does it seem fixable?
It hasn't come into view yet. It's just the man that's come through the mist.
I'll look
okay.
at it as well. If we slow, if I slowly went towards it.
You could. So you're going to make your way towards the rest of the party.
Yeah.
I'll call them a party. Yeah. So you slowly make your way through the fog. You can hear. You can hear them speaking. Dividing the rations out, and as you slowly get closer, one of the wheels, it's got a single axle with a box on the back of it, 2 handles. I would probably say it's like a really big wheelbarrow that's got 2 handles that you can pull, but the one wheel, which is a full wooden circle, is chopped in half. It is literally a semicircle, and the other wheel is a full round wheel.
Do I believe if I took the time, I could try to fix it with my tools? I have tinkers, smith tools. Yeah, those are which I have.
The easiest thing would be to find a replacement wheel, if you could do. Or try and fashion some sort of spokes or some circular thing to stick on the bottom to help it.
Would a rain catcher be wide enough?
No, not strong enough either. The cart itself is piled with the last of their possessions and 2 of the children.
Nah, I don't seem to have anything in my possession.
No. Me neither.
As the
The best I could do was give up my shield. Could you fit the shield onto it?
Is it wooden?
I used to say that it was a buckler, so I assume it is wooden with a metal outline.
Yeah,
but other than that, I don't know.
A wooden shield would probably work quite well, actually.
Well, would you
I
be
mean-
able to, Vago?
I don't know. Will I be able to, DM?
Why don't you
We
roll
have some spare
a
rope and
d20
stuff.
for me, and add your proficiency modifier.
Alrighty.
Let's
D20
get,
plus
let's get a
3.
tinkering check, shall we?
Oh, in that case, I will add my dexterity or intelligence, I think, because I have the tools.
Cool. Yeah, either one.
I will choose intelligence then.
In the meantime, Dussity turns to you and nods your thanks. And the place you seek,
10.
you know what? With a 10, you could probably fashion something. That is, if the shield with the shield, it seems reasonably easy, so you would just be able to do it. You don't know how long it will last, but at least, yeah, it will work. As you
I started working on that. Thank you, that.
okay, that's it. The old man turns to you and says to you, the place that you seek is a day's walk northeast.
Does Kurt, not Kurt, but sort of like formal bow to the man, as well as he can mimic the first time he met the other Tabaxi, which was like there wasn't much curtsying there because the other guy just chewed him out basically, but he's gonna try to make the performance anyway, and then smile as best you can with feline teeth.
Feline teeth. Go ahead and roll a performance check for me.
A 19?
Wow. Okay. From out of nowhere, you managed to pull off this fantastical sort of bow, and the man's eyes open wide. I knew it. And he almost bows his head to you, and then walks backwards as he nods and bows, and heads back towards the cart.
Busted waits for the man to be sort of out of sight before he sort of shakes himself down with what he's just experienced. Both just to shake off the pride and vanity that you can feel from sort of like being exalted, or because it sounds awfully a lot like master or something like that, and he doesn't like it.
Fair enough. Okay. Vargo, you managed to jerry-rig the shield onto the side of the cart, as it seems to be working. Everyone seems to nod and pat you on the back and give you a bit of a clap, and you get offered some rations for your hard work.
I reject the rations, but
All right.
it's fine. It's not my greatest work. Not at all.
The because you can still understand with comprehend languages, everyone also thanks you and that is amazing. All the compliments come flying about how great you are and how quickly you worked, and if only they had a strong man such as yourself to be able to lead them.
My God, Stefan.
They're very, very happy with your help, thank you. And they pat you on the back and good luck in your search. As the two adults that come from the back of the wagon each grab a handle and pull, and the cart moves a lot easier through the jungle as they head off. And I think that is where we will end our session for the evening.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you for a great session.
Well, that's okay, Exalted.
I mean, it doesn't bother me, it bothers Dustin. Yeah.
Yes, master.
My vanity can handle it. Yes, yes. Thank you.
Now is when you tell us
Uh,
that shield was +1.
You would have done very well playing as
Oh,
a
no, it was
Kenku and trying
+2.
to like describe things.
Oh,
It was a +2 shield. Yeah.
Did you just give them
What?
your +2 shield?
No, it's a shield that gives +2 AC.
Oh.
almost had us.
Anyways,
uh,
don't forget to cross off your gold as well, you cheeky bastard.
I did cross off the shield and the 5 gold. Yeah.
Good stuff. Alright, so most of the way through the jungle.
So
Yeah.
now Stefan can hit me.
Yeah. What with my puns?
No, with an armor class of only 20.
Oh,
Only.
awesome. Awesome. That's fantastic.
But now you can dual wield instead.
Sorry, what?
Now you can dual wield instead.
Yeah.
So just quickly
With
about
my
next
daggers.
gaming session is next Wednesday.
I believe so.
Yeah. And then on the 8th again. So
The 9th, right?
8.
the 8th.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
1 and 8, and then we have the 15th off.
No.
Yeah?
Works for me.
Cool. Okay, awesome. I've got up until then prepared, so throw what you have at me, people. I have it all. Awesome.
Thank you so much for the session, Stefan.
Thank you so much.
I know.
Yeah, thank you for the
Yeah,
session.
thank you.
That's alright. You guys are welcome.
Been great.
I didn't kill you with my vines, but hopefully I will with my kindness. Or if not, then someone else will kill me with their puns. Yeah. Anyway. Guys, thank you very much for this evening. We'll see you next
Yeah.
weekend. Next week.
Yeah.
Midweek, sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
See you
going to
all
sleep.
next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.